Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Katesbookdate. I'm an author. I write fantasy and romance, and we're just gonna start a new vlog. We clearly just got out of the shower. It's a Sunday, and we haven't vlogged in a while, so I have a lot to catch up on. It's super rainy. I went and sat up on the roof so I could just like sit out in the rain this morning. I love rain. And my plans for today are mainly like cleaning, getting things taken care of and ready for the week. But because it's been so long since we vlogged, I know you guys have asked for updates on like how the house is coming together, so I think a lot of things have changed. I can show you around a bit. I don't even remember the last time I showed you things. So unfortunately, the contractor who I brought in showed around, told him everything that I wanted to do. The good news is he told me everything that I want to do is possible. The bad news is he ended up having a death in the family shortly after, so obviously told him like, you know, take all the time you need. So that's been kind of just put on pause indefinitely. We're either gonna need to find somebody new, or who knows when, if I'll hear from him again. So none of the like renovations have started or will be starting anytime soon, but I have been getting stuff to furnish this place. I thought we would start, I'll show you around a little bit up here because this is where the most changes have happened, because this was like an empty room to begin with. You guys have seen the new couch, although I have completely changed the configuration of the room. So as you can see, I have decided to split it up, at least for now. So I've got 3 of the pieces here, 2 of the pieces here. I can't tell you how many times I moved this couch around trying to find a way to keep it all together and make it work, and the table was the problem. I could not make it work with the table if I kept it all together. Moved the chair over there. I got a TV. I don't think that was here the last time we vlogged. It's the biggest TV I've ever owned in my life. It's 75 inches. You should have seen me trying to get this thing up where it is on my own. You can see I have it propped onto some storage bins. I need to mount it. I'm gonna have to hire somebody to do that for me though. For now, it's just there. I did get a little bit of outdoor furniture, got a little set to sit out on the balcony here. And then I have a treadmill and a bike that are getting delivered tomorrow, actually. They were supposed to be delivered a few days ago. They ended up overbooking the truck, had to move the delivery date. So I've been kind of moving the mats around to try and visualize where I want them. This might seem like a weird spot now that the couch is here because it like blocks the way to walk up here, but my thinking is like, if I'm here, I have a better view and I could watch the TV if I wanted to. Whereas if I put it over here, I don't know, I feel like it's less enjoyable like up against this wall, and then you wouldn't be able to watch the TV. And you can see I got a new kitty tree for Mr. Dean and Max, but I'm gonna have to break it back down, and I'm returning it because it's just too tiny. It's too small for both of them. They've both tried, they've given it a good honest shot, but like literally every single one of the platforms, like they can't use it. It's just too small for them. So we'll get a different one. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about this whole section because I'm also planning, in addition to these, having like a whole weight section, and I might put like mirrors on that wall, kind of like gym-esque, to like watch form and stuff. So if I have mirrors on that wall, I want to be able to watch my form with the weights, so I would want that closest to that wall, you know? I wouldn't want these to be in the way. I think it'll be okay. I think there's still going to be enough room to like squeeze up here. And if this is literally just going to be a gym up here, there's no reason to go up there unless you're doing that. I think it'll be okay. I don't even know if I'm going to leave the couches here. This is just the configuration that I have currently. I have also ordered a bed frame and a new mattress for my room. I think the bed frame is getting delivered next week, and then the mattress, it has given me a window from the 12th to the 20th, and it's the 14th, so it's supposed to be delivered any day now. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm gonna be moving the bed that's currently in my bedroom over to my guest room, and then I have the new bed going in for my bedroom, so I'm excited about that. I think those are the main big deliveries that have happened and that are coming now that I can think of. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I've been trying to limit like a handful of big purchases per month instead of doing all at once, both because of like how much it costs, but also just like the logistics of dealing with getting the deliveries in. It feels like it's been this non-stop cycle. Also had the AC guy here looking at all of the stuff and like doing maintenance on that, and it's such an old system that like I need to be saving money to replace it probably within the next year or two, which is going to be like $30,000 or $40,000. So like in the back of my mind, I'm also like, maybe we should cool it on the big purchases because that's about to happen. It's like a 20-year-old system, and those usually last for like 15 to 20 years. And so he's like, yeah, they don't even make the parts anymore, so I couldn't replace things in here if I wanted to. So that's lingering, a little cloud hanging over me, waiting for something to go wrong. Oh, also my blinds. I got those measured and ordered and everything. So those will be getting delivered and installed, I think, also next week. I got little motorized roller shades for my bedroom for those 3 windows, and then also the sliding door to the deck. So those are also getting delivered. So if you're wondering why I haven't been making videos, it has been just chaos constantly around here. Also just had that gigantic back and forth month-long fiasco with 48-hour books. If you haven't heard about that, this video will give you all the information you would possibly want to know. Still not fully resolved, so I've been dealing with that. Anyway, I think the first thing we're gonna do, we're actually heading all the way down to the bottom floor because I just got all of those books in from 48-hour books, so I need to like break down those boxes and get those ready for recycling. That comes on Tuesday morning and it's Sunday. So Sunday's the day I usually just kind of get everything ready to go. So we're gonna go break down those boxes. I have some orders to pack. We'll start there, then I'm gonna get to like regular cleaning and laundry and vacuuming and stuff for the day. I know this isn't like an author-esque video, but it's just been so long since we vlogged, I thought we could just hang out today. Hope you don't mind. So on the writing front, you know a little bit more about this if you're on my Patreon page because I've talked about it over there. I've been not making a ton of progress in my current book. The move and then trying to get settled here, and then just like life stuff. It's been so stop and start, and it's hard for me to make progress when I can't just like really buckle in and focus on that, nothing but that for a while. But I do have some little routines and rituals and little quirks that I do to help me in cases like this, which brings me to the sponsor of today's vlog, Dossier. Dossier is a fragrance company that I've been working with for years and I've been incorporating in my writing routine for years. Not to get too much into the science, I believe strongly in basically like hacking your subconscious mind and using it more to your benefit than the average person does. And I have found scent to be a really just fun thing to play with my writing routine. So I choose one of their perfumes for each of my projects, and I only wear it when I am working on it to create a scent association. So when I smell this, my brain immediately is like, oh, this book. So I'm currently writing Marionettes book 5, which I've been calling Cam's book, and their scent is woody basil. And so even though I haven't been writing as much on a day-by-day basis, I have been thinking about the book pretty much every day. I've hit some parts in the book where I just needed to stop and problem solve and think about some things. And so by incorporating things like my perfume, listening to the music playlist while I'm doing other things, I feel like I'm just kind of giving my subconscious mind the keys and like, okay, you figure it out. Dossier makes perfumes inspired by luxury scents, but at a much more affordable price point. So if you go onto their site, you can see which perfume each of theirs was inspired by, and then they also have their originals line, as well as their new icons collection. They're clean, cruelty-free, vegan. As someone who's fragrance sensitive, they don't give me a headache. They have been my go-to perfume for like 3-4 years now. I have one for each of my books. I also just have an everyday one that I like when I'm not working on something. Cannot recommend them enough. I'll have them linked down below in the description if you want to go check them out. And let's get into the rest of today's vlog. Also, something I've had to deal with that was so niche and weirdly funny. I was on the phone with the trash service for probably like an hour because so there's an HOA here and they manage trash and all of that kind of stuff. But the person who owns this place before me was the original owner of the house. He had it for like 40 years. And so he didn't update most things. So his trash cans, his recycling bins were like 40-year-old, like out of date, not the containers that are used anymore. So they were like all open, no lids or anything. They were too small. So especially with how much it rains here, it's like I can't just have my recycling sitting out there without a lid. So long story short, I had to call the trash people and be like, I need new bins. And they're like, but we see that you have bins. I'm like, they are 40-year-old bins. So it was this whole, I got new bins. That's what I'm trying to say. Another new thing I've had to deal with. Getting a new trash can and a new recycling can. So many things I like have never had to think about before in my life. Also, if you didn't see the end of the 48-hour books video, I just got a bunch of new merch in my shop. New to me, not new. This is not the piece, it's behind it. I bought all of Luna and Laura's leftover stuff from them. So this is a not safe for work print and a bookmark in here. And I also got their leftover enamel pins. I don't want YouTube to get mad at me. This is what the print looks like. This is what the bookmark looks like. It's foiled and it has character art on it. Foil on the back and stuff. So you can get these on my shop now as a bundle with just these 3, or also the other merch I already had. You can see I've already been packing orders. Mr. Dean is helping us. Anyway, my point is I have new products in the shop. This is also one, and then these prints as well. And then they also come with tarot cards. I've only mentioned that like 1 or 2 places and I'm thrilled. I've already had a lot of people pick up the merch, so I'm glad people are excited about that. These pieces are truly limited edition because like Luna and Laura made these, not me, so I couldn't like reprint these even if I wanted to. So truly once these sell out, they are gone for good. I think I only have like 40 of each left. So we'll be packing some of those orders later, but first we're gonna go break down the boxes. Do you want to help? I think you guys saw this in the last vlog. We painted everything black. Not everything. I literally haven't tried to finish this since that time my mom was here, but I need to get back in and finish it. You can see like this doorway and this door. This whole thing we purposefully didn't paint because we're planning on, once the contractor gets to us, taking this down. So this whole thing might disappear, so like why paint it? I've also been building these new routines for myself. I've gotten good use out of the sauna. So thrilled to report, works well, am enjoying it. I've gotten myself into this nice little routine of I work out first thing in the morning, and because I knew my treadmill and my bike were coming and I'm planning on making that my gym, I was like trying to pre-make that habit even before I had the stuff up there. So I've been working out up there, then I come down and do my sauna right after my workout, then I shower and get ready for my day. It's been a great little morning routine for me. Also, if you were wanting an update since the 48-hour books video, I went to check to see if they had updated the estimated shipping time for the other books. They have. They're supposed to arrive directly in the middle of the window when I'm going to be out of town that I told them about, just like I thought. So I did email and be like, hey, can we push this back? Can you just hold off? Because they haven't finished printing them yet. I'm like, can you just not ship them until I'm back, please? So today's Sunday and I emailed them, so hopefully I'll hear back from them tomorrow. But if you saw that video, the likelihood of that, God only knows. I always keep all of the packing stuff to reuse for my own shipping. So the good news is I never have to pay for packing materials. No shortage of them. This is way too much recycling to fit in my container though. Literally, when I tell you I keep all my packing stuff, come look at this. Bring some with us. I need to take these down to the dungeon. No shortage, and there's more downstairs. This is also the place these really big spiders like to hang out. You know what? Maybe I'll take you down there. I haven't shown you down there yet, have I? I gotta take this down there. I know you guys think it looks scary. It's not as bad as it seems. If you haven't seen previous updates, what I'm talking about is that closet is behind here, so breaking that out so we can make this into a staircase instead of this very steep ladder. Yeah, this is what it looks like down here. Obviously I'm on the side of a hill, so that's what all of that is, but got quite a bit of good storage area down here. It's really just a mess right now. I don't know, maybe you still think it's scary. I don't think it's that bad. The guy before me, I'm telling you though, loves his storage and stuff, so I've just been using all of his old shelves for my stuff, which has been helpful. All that packing stuff was only for, I think, 2 in like a small box, so 2.5. We still have all of those back there. I'm just looking everywhere to see where he went. I found himself a new spot. But now this is gonna be a problem. Now I have the other bed coming. I need to have room for a bed in here now. Okay, that's a little bit better. A little damaged, graveyard, good condition ones. Progress. I think I'm actually gonna keep some of the boxes because they're like really thick and good quality. And I've got a little pile that I'm gonna recycle. Was that just too much activity for you? You needed to come hide in here? I'll need to grab my laptop to be able to print out the labels, but we have one of the new special editions going out, and then someone else got some bonus content, and then the new merch set. So those will go out tomorrow. Mr. Dean's finally found himself a good spot right when I'm about to go upstairs. I'm very sorry. On a completely different note, on the off chance any of you have experience with this, I would love to know. So this is a really old house, and as we have discovered through the process of painting this room, the walls are incredibly textured. They're like that orange peel texture, but they like are, it's pretty severe, especially some walls more than others. But so the painting was tough, like to get into all those little crevices and everything. My plan in here is actually to put wallpaper on the ceiling. So my main concern with that being with how textured it is. I've been doing research on like which wallpapers would potentially be better for extremely textured walls. So on the off chance anyone watching this has experience with putting wallpaper on old walls that are very textured, if you've had like good versus bad experiences, any advice, I would love your input. I haven't decided on exactly what I want because it'll depend on finding one that's going to work. But I've seen some of my inspo pictures, they're like, people have done like clouds and like it kind of looks like a sky kind of thing. And I'm thinking kind of like something like that, maybe clouds, maybe constellations, stars, like a night sky kind of thing in here is gonna be like the vibe. If you happen to have wallpaper experience or recommendations, let me know. That's gonna be one of the next steps in here. And then the lighting situation I need to figure out. Obviously by painting the walls black, it's made it dark. Luckily we have these huge windows in here, but I hate these like obnoxious overhead track lights. So I'm definitely wanting to get some like dim mood lighting, like little things around the room. I've come to a standstill with this room now that I'm waiting on that contractor, because we're going to be doing that built-in bookshelf. So like if we're going to be doing construction in here, I don't want to bring more things in here because we're going to have to take everything out. We're also going to be knocking out that closet. So I feel like I've kind of hit pause for a lot of reasons. But then also with the lighting, I'm like, if I'm going to be putting lamps on stuff, I need to have the stuff to put it on first. So anyway, my point is, unfortunately, this room has taken a pause, which is why I have started putting my focus elsewhere, like upstairs in the TV room. I don't know if I want to tell you about my vision for my bedroom. I think I was saying in a couple of previous vlogs, like I have a vision for everywhere else, but not for there. I have figured it out. I have figured it out and I'm really excited for it. I don't know if I want to tell you or if I want to wait and reveal to you as it comes together. Anyway, it's lunchtime, so I think we're gonna take a break and then I'll probably shift gears and get to cleaning the kitchen, like doing the dishes and all that kind of stuff. Also, I have such a bad track record with manicures. They never last me long no matter what I do. So I honestly just got some press-on nails for this upcoming event. Give me your vote. I'm trying to decide on plain black or these like stars and moon ones. What do you think, Tino? I'm making lunch downstairs. I'm gonna put something on the TV and take this thing apart. Gotta somehow get it to fit back in that box over there. We got a chicken sandwich. Cannot quite get this to fit. I don't know how they did it in the first place, so we'll wait. We'll pack it up. I think I'm gonna use one of those 48-hour books boxes. Deanie and I are taking a break. We're watching Orphan Black. It's nearly 4 o'clock. I watched this show way back when I was in college. I don't think I ever finished it though, and I don't remember anything from it. So we're starting over. This might be our new binge show. I am a chronic rewatcher. You're very close to the edge. Feel very close. I don't know if anything else I'll be doing today will be of interest to you. I'm gonna be hanging out, do a few more cleaning things, you know. And I think the video is probably already pretty long. So I'll end it here. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll have links for a million things down below in the description. I think that's all I gotta say. See you in the next one very, very soon. Bye.